Hold on. What in the world? Alright, sorry about this. We're dealing with a few technical difficulties. Ah, there we go. Done. There we go. Now we can actually see what's going on. Alright. So, let's do a single player. Classic mode, tactician mode, story mode. This classic. Classic role-playing experience. You are cunning, resourceful, and prepared for the perils that await. Hold on. That seems a little bit off. Options. Graphics, there we go. 1360 by 768. No, it's 1360 by 768, not 1366, so I messed up here. Sorry, this is the first time I cracked open this game in a while, so I'm trying to make sure everything is as it's supposed to be. So, 1360 by 768, 60 hertz, full screen. Fake full screen? What does that do? Yes. Aha, there we go. That means I can easily go back and forth on this. Audio. Master good, FX, ambient, cinematics, voice master. Make so I can hear you, make so I can hear you, voice dialogue, voice narrator, voice awesome, there we go. Apply. So, back to story, single player. Let's do classic mode, I guess. Classic role-playing experience. You are cunning, resourceful, and prepared for the okay, back. Explore mode. You prefer a fair but forgiving adventure that rewards clever thinking in and out of battle. Application mode. Regular. Bring It On combat is demanding, and your foes are devious and observant. For every surprise you spring, they will respond with two of their own. Not for the faint of heart. I think this is just regular difficulty scaling, so. Classic. Begin. There we go. The Talent Pet Pal allows you to speak to animals. Okay. You can set edge, panels, speed data. Okay. A creature with elemental resistance higher than 100 will regenerate from that element. Oh, really now? The Red Prince. You are infamous, a brilliant warrior general exiled from his empire for cavorting with demons. Fallen from grace, you refuse to give up. The throne will be yours again. Well then. Battlemate, cleric, conjurer, enchanter, fighter. You know, I like being a fighter. Tank Spank. Provides 8 physical armor. While fortified, the target cannot be teleported. Removes poison, bleeding, burning, acid, and decaying. Nice. Bouncing shield to a Captain America. Battle Stomp. Smash your weapon into the ground, knocking down on a... Yeah, let's go with warrior. Appearance. Skin color. Amethyst. That does not look amethyst. That looks very, very red to me. And I can mess up your face. Something kind of terrible here. V6. 7. No. 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 Phase 1. Kind of derpy. Phase 2. You look kind of quite a bit more serious. Phase 3 is... Hairstyle 1. Let's fix the face first. Come on. Okay, let's go with that, I guess. And for hairstyles, or adornments, I guess. You know, that seems the least offensive out of all of these. Yeah, let's go with just number 1, I guess. Alright, preset. Attributes, fighter, strength. Abilities, Wayfarer, Geomancer, Bartering. Wayfarer. Okay, awesome. Understood. Civil abilities are non-combat. They come in and we're not solving a situation of conflict. Okay. Skills, combat abilities, Wayfarer. Wayfarer increases all physical damage you deal. Physical attacks deal 5% more damage, 10%, okay. Geomancer increases all poison and earth damage you deal, and any physical armor restoration you cause. Servants. Retribution. Let's go with single-handed retribution. And now for bartering. That's okay, I guess. Handling skills, which are cheaper and more expensive. Identifies items and allows you to identifies enemies and allows you to identify items. Increasing lore master allows you to identify more faster. To identify, use an identifying glass. Okay. Extra persuasion. Let's go with Lore Master. And that's pretty good, I guess. Talents, Opportunist. Talents determine the character's unique features. Select talents to complete a character's abilities and attributes. Okay. Attacks of Opportunity. That's good, I suppose. Available talents is 0. 1. Ambidexterous. Using grenades and scrolls by the Alpha Industry. Error recovery, comeback kid. Once per combat, if an enemy lands a fatal blow, comeback kid will help you bounce back to life with 20% health. If you die and are resurrected in combat, comeback kid will be available again. Awesome. Elemental affinity. Action will cost spells. Okay. Far out, man. Class cannon, no. Alrighty. While standing in blood. Living armor. That's 35% of all healing you receive by magical. Interesting. talk to animals. A chance score. With torture, certain statuses caused by you are no longer blocked by magic or physical armor, and their duration is extended by 1 turn. Burning, poison, bleeding, necrofire, acid, suffocating, entangled, death wish, and ruptured tendons are affected by this talent. Okay then. Oh wow. All right. 33% chance. I guess I'll just go with Opportunist for now. Tags. Tags determine what options are available to you in dialogue and how the world reacts to your party members. Custom characters have race, gender, and background tags. Origin characters have unique tags. Hold on. Custom undead lizard. Undead, no. Custom lizard. Alright, build preset fighter. Sophisticated spell song. Cerulean, papaya. Desert sand. Turquoise. Wine. Cobalt. Still water. Something called vigor, which is... Sorry this is taking so long for me to put this guy together, but I'm trying to make sure that this is not an idiot-looking character. Idiotic-looking character, I suppose.
You're not trying to...
I'm ready.
Ha! Nice try.
Try again.
Cool. I guess I'll go with Almanda. Whatever. Phase 1. Wait, 7? Was it 6? Oh, there's 6, so. Ruby is not very ruby. Hematite is honestly the most appealing. Let's go with Hematite, I guess. Appearance. You still look kind of terrible. So, con and strength. Abilities, warfare, geomancer, bartering. Defense. Warfare, geomancer. Probably not geomancer. Go single-hander instead of geomancer. And I already have one in bartering, so kind of important, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Talents is opportunist, and that's it for now. Sophisticated. Fire and poison. From spells. Right. I would be a soldier and a scholar soldier, the best combo. I'm a soldier and a scholar. I know what I must, and I do what I must. So, alright, so got that. Tagged instruments, what? Oud, a cello. guess cello it is. And then, of course, this will be the newest iteration of Isorium Start Game. You have points to spend. What points? Where? Talents. Preset. Abilities. Add in. Oh, I didn't have any skills. Deals physical damage, couple 1 turn, basic attack strength, versus the physical element. Killing. 5-minute range, okay. Confirm. Start game. Yes. Let's go.
It all happened like I knew it would.
Of course you did.
A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken, but instead I became part of their story.
Definitive edition. I don't remember what the editions do, but I'm playing this one.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Aha.
So, it wasn't a dream after all.
Evidently not. Cannot be unequipped. Source collar. The sturdy collar hums faintly with energy. Powerful magic swirls within. Threadbare, threadbare. I have... Where did I get all this stuff from? Backpack. Seemingly bottomless. That's not a good thing. Well, unless they're talking about a different kind. They better have a bottom. Alright, so...
Oh, I don't even remember them strapping me down.
Is there a way to turn the camera? Options. There we go. Gameplay. Controls. Camera backward, camera center, panning. How do you rotate, delete, and end? Okay. There we go. This is how you do it. Grinning skull.
Not a very chatty fellow, are you?
Not anymore. Nothing. I've got a bucket. Wait, how heavy is this thing? Better than nothing. Can't reach that area. Can I open this? I can. Okay, awesome. A
When
sheep.
animals die, freight or food.
Did you expect a needle?
Did the
Did you
haystack?
expect a needle?
Haystack is talking to me. I've lost my mind. Big time. Literally, I have too much to carry. Can't move encumbered. Excuse me, my goodness. Half a silver, 5 silver. That's worth 10 silver, drop item.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Wow, what a little asshole. Anything in the hay?
Did you expect a needle?
And the hay is talking to me. Why is the hay talking? I don't get this. But I've made a mess in this room, and I don't care. I blame the talking hay. Nothing of use. Orders from the guard steward, important. It's come to my attention again that several of you are bypassing the cargo hold security measures by sliding boxes onto the pressure plates. This will not do. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of at least 3 magisters at a change of shift. Any deviation will result at least 1 magister getting thrown overboard. Make sure it isn't you. Alright. Got myself a pocket knife. And those boxes I had earlier will actually do useful pickup. And then pick this one up too. Pick it up and then pick it up. drop these. What? Okay, got you. Thanks.
Come here.
Magic scrolls. You found an electric discharge scroll. Try it out on a puddle of water or steam cloud to see what happens. I will just hold on to that right now. Can be electrified or frozen. Hemor.
Hey! Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
What is
Set
it?
me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lead.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself.
It's my shift. Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy lizard? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
What's precision? Institution. Finesse. Ah, cool.
Damn. If it's not one thing, it's another. And no way I can trust those fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone, though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear.
Oh, damn.
If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Some offence intended. You hear that, Emoire? Come on. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Did he just straight up ignore?
Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Now everybody's on fire. How about I run in that direction? Can I run in that direction?
So much for a peaceful stroll.
Check it out. What else is down here? Anything in here? Oh, it's locked. Okay, there we go.
Boring.
See what's in this room. Excuse me, my goodness. Because I don't want to actually end up poisoned as hell. Gotcha. No. How about we get out of that? Don't mind me, I'm just holding this barrel of whatever nasty nonsense. Locked from both ends. Or is it? Area is poisoned. There does not seem to be any lever or anything on this side. Anywhere. That would assist in opening. How annoying and disappointing. Maybe I can attack it though, because it's almost destroyed. If my guy would hurry up anyways. Oh, goodness. I just have this annoying itch at the back of my throat. There we go. I'm just slightly poisoned, so don't die. Deck of cards, ooze barrel, effects unknown, empty potion bottle, laboratory, cargo.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so upstairs it is. Leave the tutorial deck, I guess. 2 journal updates.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
Don't mind me, I'm just taking everything that I can that's not going down. Oh, already.
My, these smelling salts are strong stuff.
Went through a lot for this.
No lesion.
Oh, what was that? Screwed. Yeah, drop that. Cooking pot. What does that do, if anything? Not very heavy, whatever. Laboratory stuff. Awesome. Incredibly specific. Box. Just straight up box.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
I kind of want to stab you in the face
There
now.
you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up murdering you.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the log. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in the...
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that a new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those sauce spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it again. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have... So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast sauce. For your own peace of mind, of course.
Level 1, vitality, physical armor, magical armor, added. Is this door thin enough for me to be able to kill you? Screw it out.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic.
What happened?
I'll need to write.
I know a lie when I see one. Prove to me what proof. Oh, okay, whatever. Pay for your insults. I will die.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
I'm gonna die, damn it. Load, I guess.
why you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes, looks like that. There you are. Not too tight, eh? In the meantime, you'll find him on the other side.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source.
Alright.
We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless...
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Figured as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. We want to find who did it and bring them to justice.
So this is how you're going to be doing it.
Who's your real enemy here?
Probably the people who have me locked
You
up.
let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Uh-huh.
No lesions, no trauma. It was bled by magic.
Oh, I got some rope. Rope is always useful. A single shiny coin.
Please, please, please! A no doesn't become a yes all the time, you know.
Federal. Okay.
Your kind always closest to our like wolves around a campfire.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
It was one of them. I know it.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
Alrighty then.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
Oh, really?
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. Ifan seems amused at the gesture, but he bats your arm down from the salute when the Magister sees what you're doing.
You served?
Indeed I did. I served the Empire.
Ah, my word. Bravest warriors on Riverlawn. Served Lucian myself. A long, long time ago now. Long before Source became reason to leash a man like a dog.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No.
Fair enough.
The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, Lizard, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Has the Magister's more concern than your appetite?
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
Forgive me, Kian. Were that I had more than gruel to serve, if I'd more than cornmeal and rotting roots, I'd concoct something more fitting. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
If I'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Well, you got
Goodness gracious me, what a bore. Off with you. Quite clearly, you wouldn't have done at all. Shoo.
What an imbecile.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles before turning his attention to the ship once more.
You look like a boy to me.
And you can fuck off.
Listen, if you're interested. Or get gone if you aren't.
And I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Show disrespect, you get none in return.
Well,
The Magisters are out for blood. You saw the body, didn't you? Big bruiser like you ought to be able to take them on.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Sing us a song, I know you can.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
It was one of them. I know it.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Oh, really?
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly, deathly allergical.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? Insufferable? Surely.
Oh, they're not so bad. At least not when they're treating me, madam.
The children break out into giggles.
What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? Guess you aren't a creative type, are you, Chief? I say they're one and the same. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
That's not a good sign.
Carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
How dare you classify this slop as food?
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister William, you faring okay so far?
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
Of course I do. Seems Voidwoe can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty.
Thumbs tried on her,
Maybe
and if she
perhaps the
tries
Magister's
to
more
run, shoot
concerned
to
than
kill.
your appetite.
You seem on edge of us.
Standing at the centre of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Okay then. That was a thing. camera's so annoying. But everyone's gone.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally.
No.
Okay.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. His great beard twisted and tangled around.
Oh! What? What happened? Must have been the turnips. Water? Wine, for goodness sake! Oh!
The lizard's eyes close as he...
How do I feel
Ifan
about
lies
you gonna
motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green eyes flutter. His eyes flicker open, but he doesn't register your presence at all.
Lucien. Lucien.
Ifan cries out, then his eyes fall closed again.
Okay, then. Whoa, what in the world? What a barrel. Drop item. Didn't mean to pick you up literally. Wow, everyone who wasn't wearing a collar seems to have died a very painful death. Stuff. Chunk of flesh. How about that? Stained pants. I will equip that, thank you. It's better than threadbare. Oh, you haven't
The
died.
Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
That's what you get for calling me a fucking dog. Dire looking has now become fatal. And unfortunately you didn't have anything of worth to actually loot from, so. I'm moving on, I'm
The
sorry.
hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Oh, okay. Fine then. I guess I will go.
Not long before. Damn, that doesn't bode well.
Onwards and upwards!
Knockdown arrow, bow string, ambition. I will take all three. Three to 4, 5 to 6. I mean, Mutaf. Death fog barrels have been locked down in storage. Stay out. You and Rex both. If anyone starts fooling around down there, it'll be lights out. Get all of your items.
What in blazes? Something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
The ancients! I need to get off this ship!
In turn, I guess. Turn. Take that for later.
It won't budge! This monster!
What am I encumbered by? By how much? 137. 5, 1. level 60, so it's really weighing me down. Oh. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, let's just get the hell out of here. I say this game feels kind of clunky with all those laid out as they are, but let's go to do.
Lifeboat. That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
But wait! There's still people down there! Thank you! There's a ladder right over there!
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Oh, you guys have finally woken up.
The ladder. There's a... Wait! Void Woken!
Beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph salute you.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Give me a while before it's my turn again. my turn. I know you guys are all trying to run around and do things. Good job of all the casting without actually having your source of it. I'm gonna say that's rather impressive, things considered. How this game is supposed to be working from what I'm gathering. Yeah, that's dead.
We need to move.
They smell even worse dead than alive. Let's head above decks for some air.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Anything interesting on these boats? With us we go.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Sure, since you insist so much. I guess I won't drown to death, thank you very much.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
How does my character find this document to be read? What? I'm just really confused. Loading Fort Joy. A chronicle.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship.
Yeah, they did.
Am I the lone survivor? It seems something wanted me alive.
I have a shell. It's worth not much, but it's not weighing much, so considering its weight to value ratio, I'll keep a hold of it. What's in the crate? What's in the box? Nothing. Of course.
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
Ah, there's a kid over here.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards.
It's a pity. Lizards are famed storytellers.
Really? Like, what kind of stories? A 7-headed snake? That sounds scary. Can I hear it anyway?
You warmly tell the tale of Visha, but despite your best efforts, you notice that your knowledge of legends and monsters is somehow upsetting the child.
Oh, damn.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy.
maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. They're gone now. Their Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Poor kid probably has seen some shit. Sweet. 6 pounds, 1 value. Nah, I'm not gonna buy that. Ooh, source bones.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They've made it to shore.
I know you.
Oh, did you seriously just talk? Oh, you're just barely outside of the range. This isn't. Enemy 10. Gonna try to come up behind me, are you? You're going to die. Your friend is anyways, and then you're gonna be coming up behind nothing. Ow. Really?
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Nope, they're just keeping you guys under control. Not keeping them
Drowned
at bay.
and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
You know what they say about the things you can find in the void. They're all kinds of fun. Oh, read. A word of advice to the badly armed. Tie your knife or shiv, that's all you got, to a stick or branch. Now you've got a sword of sorts. Do I even have a stick? Fucking what? Is that a... That is a armored squirrel on an undead cat. Sure thing. Sure, whatever. That's just, you know. Two of these, and... Come on. seems to be no sticks around. Nothing to interact with to grab sticks anyways. Oh, there's this idiot again. What is it that you are doing?
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be? Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Yes, I imagine you do. You're made of sterner stuff than I first gave you credit for. Chances are I wouldn't have survived the shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Some humility. Well, I guess I won't be kicking your teeth in right now.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we?
Those are your words, not mine.
Now then, if there's nothing further. I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
You are really an imbecile.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
You know, this does feel like a waste of time. We should be actually working on getting ourselves in better order than standing around in rags and... what is that? Holding nothing but a battered shield. Oh yeah, that's terrible.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire.
Not yet.
I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
What exactly do you mean by lost?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Wow, you suck at doing empires.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the sun.
You claim to have the sun as your spouse. Well, someone does have lofty aspirations for himself. Now, don't they?
Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment.
Yeah, you
Grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. This and that. Tag along. Do you really mean to compare the fate of an empire to whatever foibles you seek to fix? On the other hand, I really could do with a dog's body. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept.
Don't slow me down.
On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of our kind's revered mystics. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. You do tend to beat around the bush, don't you? Oh well, that wishy-washy answer will have to do then. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
Stay with your vocation, work to your strengths.
Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord.
I will only call you that if you refer to me as Lord.
As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
If I remember, controlling has a gold highlight over the portrait. Do no stupidity and you will remain unmolested.
A black cat. Some would see this as an
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused.
Somebody was controlling it. That's not a good sign. Somebody's watching. Another child.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me. 1, 2, long dead of the crew. 3, 4, pretty shells on the shore.
Wait, is the cat part of my entourage now?
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it appears
How in the world do I actually get this damn collar on? Set source muted, unbreakable.
I wonder where this leads.
I have too much. Why did I physically pick that up?
You walk up to a skeleton unlike any you have ever seen before. His skull seems to be carved into intricate patterns with a gemstone sitting in the middle of his forehead. Approaching, you hear a profane rumble from the undead beast.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop.
Damnation! That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Actually, you don't seem half as threatening as those creatures in red. Run along, won't you? I have business to attend to.
What business? So that is with that.
Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rotting corpse? A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull.
I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body.
I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Carved? Please. You hardly think I am one of your breed, do you? You have never seen anything like it because you have never met anyone like me. Simply put, I am an eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent.
At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my...
A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice. We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. Well, that hardly seems relevant. Several centuries, in fact. Or perhaps I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate. Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them. Well, I suppose, circumstances. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would... Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather... Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality. I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, splendid. Very well.
I have 2 party members. More people to haul shit. I have an Eternal and a Prince of my people.
What's this?
I was hoping giving him the knife would actually get him to be able to take the face off, but evidently not. I have a purring kitty love. She is happy. And you. What do you have? 5 to 6. You know what? I'm gonna make you drop that. And equip you with this. Because reasons. And you can have whatever it is. Does this take inventory between all of us?
But I know nothing of any Verdus.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
I will stab you in the fucking face.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, lizard!
I will eat your fucking limbs.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and the fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, you're her. What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
These creatures are so prone to violence, naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
Yeah, this just makes me want to kill them all.
I got my eye on you, Scaly. Don't try any of that sauce business on my watch, or I'll do to you what the hammer did to that traitor. Don't make promises you can't keep, filth. We deal with your disgusting kind very eagerly in Fort Joy. Soon I'll use them pretty claws of yours as toothpicks.
Where is he?
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. A kin, is it? A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. Doubly so for a lizard traitor. It's a pity she couldn't die twice.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Easy enough to say in times of peace, but look around. We're standing on the edge of the end. The void woken are coming, Scale Shedder. And it's only the divine order that can protect us.
Sure then.
Come on then, Legsy.
You! Help me teach this beast. He must respect. If not, he comes for you next.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth a sweat on my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay down the law on that elf. Anything for a fellow sorcerer, isn't that right? Sure, I got a little source in me, but I'm a human. We're trying to...
Oh, she ran off somewhere over here.
Leave me. Go. Get away. Get back.
save your spirit to fight the Reaper.
Oh, out my face. Them scales won't save you.
He smacks your hand away, refusing the potion.
You're trying to kill me, ain't you? Get! Those bleeding fools think they run the place, but I showed them. Shut your trap, lest you want.
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have I? Look at that. Just what I ordered. Ain't you a peach, love? And poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Don't to be sure, but I'd like to ease his way out.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
You can't get me!
Thank you for your help with that, thug. No doubt he turns on you next. These humans hate us. To be vulnerable in a place like this is tough. You may keep your shame for yourself. An open heart knows the difference. It is not wrong to walk in the camp. It is wrong to assault one walking. You walk among the humans too long if you think differently. I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, rules. He who gives the bread has the power. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. I shout to him to run. I am taken. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I thank you.
Shua! Got you! Whoever kills the other is the boss! Shua! Got you! I know they help.
Already. Keep finding gold everywhere.
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Magisters I handle, but small ones.
What is the square root of 9?
An elf lives forever.
Alright,
If she
someone give me a
stays
root of
away
it.
from spears and fire, she has no need for slimy, sticky, small ones. Look around you. Your stable population at it.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles.
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a great adventure. Do you find it? I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes someday. It helps.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave. My protector, my friend, an elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. A way out. You bring me great peace. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him. Yes, please ask. Oh, I do not cover my eyes. I cover the place they used to be. They are gone now, taken. But I see all the same. He is a very blind man. He sees things but not truth, not love or joy. I feel very sorry for him. You understand when you meet him after you escape. It is safer here. We make no trouble for Griff. He makes no trouble for us. I knew we must be here. I am not sure how much to... My home is far. Your language gives me some trouble. We elves... Time, for us, is now. There is not then and when.
Alrighty.
I feel him, but I do not see him.
House.
House of War.
Hallowed are its halls. Please, comrade, I have all you need to steel yourself against the brutes that haunt this place. I will accept no more than a pittance for all you may require. Hallowed is the house of... Hallowed is the house...
Let's see what's over here. I'm checking something real quick, so sorry for losing focus.
Patience, Mal. Patience. Patience.
Hello, Mal.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. see, I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find. I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. I see it in your shoulders, the weight you carry. I hope your wish comes true. Take this rope. It is a gift. It is common, but it helps you lift burdens. It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather.
Oh, nice. I can get rid of some of the stuff. Effects unknown, effects unknown. We'll say that all of this stuff has value to sell, though, and I can get rid of it.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but as you approach, she turns to you with a cheerful smile.
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. Takes a while to get used to the place. You here alone?
She gives you a long look.
You keep them friends of yours close, eh? Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better. It's nothing. If I haven't learnt that by now, I haven't learnt anything at all. Used to be I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers. Source was in our blood. Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name.
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan. He was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix. He was an expert healer. Could fix a broken bone in a short minute.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home for a pet. Joy radiates from her as she remembers. She places a warm hand on your shoulder.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. A family recipe. One of Felix's best. He'd be happy to know it went to such a warm soul. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one.
Whoa, what you give me? Wasn't expecting that, huh? Oh, what?
Tides in and out and in again. Cowrie, cockle, clam. Tides in and out and in again.
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead. Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody help it. Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance.
You sound terrified.
It's stabbing time.
Fading.
mine!
Reveal yourself.
Focus!
Oh, he died again.
I'm fading!
Tide's in and out and in again.
You have served me well in the past, you will do so again. Use the scroll included with this letter and cast it at a public square in Arx. You will be arrested for source and shipped to Fort Joy.
Tide's in and out and in
Once
again.
on the island, you will search for a red-skinned lizard. You will kill him. You will cut the body to pieces. You will ensure no magic in this world can restore him back to life. You have your orders. Your weight in gold awaits you. Good luck and good hunting. Can you identify it?
Cowrie, cockle, clam.
Straight up healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
Dead. Permanent. For someone that's just trying to kill me out of the blue, that's a pretty good permanent status effect to have on them. Oh wait, no, the apple, orange, raw ribs. Invalid combination. Dinner. Heals 20%. Duration 6 turns. I just can't cook people. What's up with that? Oh my goodness.
Healing!
What? Why did your health go down? Effects unknown, effects evidently. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Fucking what? Alright, I guess you get to stay dead. This is literally the last scroll I have, so you better not frickin' die. Now we need to goddamn heal you. What? So poisoning you heals you. Thanks for making me waste all the good stuff on you then. That's infuriating. Come and join me where it's hot. Come and join me at the fire. Come and join me around the pot. That's how we make dinner. Alright, so... Save. Accept. And quit game. Yes. Thank you all for coming to join the stream, and we'll be doing this more tomorrow. So, see you then.